So we're live. Welcome, you guys. Welcome to our Pacific Rim US stand up. In here today it's me, João, Patrick, and Vijaya. So let's just start with Vijaya.
I'm rebasing my latest development into my current branch. I have some more merge conflict. I resolved some of them, and one more conflict is there. Once I'm done that, I will create my PR. Before I did, then it is not resolving the conflicts. Now I'm doing again. That is update.
Okay. Do you have any blocker besides the conflicts?
No blockers. That's the only conflict.
Okay. So Patrick.
Okay, so I submitted a PR this morning for it's Waffle 358. It's basically enhancing the company person show view to make it more useful and to add controls for agency and company admin. And I also rebased a little while ago PR that I put in for enhancing the company person homepage, various changes. And it's rebased now, so it should be ready for review and hopefully merge quickly. And that's it, no blockers.
Okay. So me today I reviewed some PRs. I merged some PRs. I created PRs for the end of the sprint 19 as well before merging the other PRs, and I merged them to master. So in that's master we should have the latest version from the last sprint in case chat wants to take a look to anything. And basically that was it for me today, and that's it. So any of you want to talk about something or any question or anything?
Were you able to connect up further with that fellow who wants to help with the Bayesian classification? No? Okay.
No. I can try to talk to him, try to private message him to see how he's doing, but apparently he works more on weekends from what I saw. I think I talked more with him on weekends than during the weeks, but I don't know.
Okay.
Anything else?
I am on Slack, private message on Slack with this new member, Claudio. He's looking for a charity project to contribute to. So I offered to connect up with him tomorrow. He hasn't gotten back to me. I don't think he's online right now. Either tomorrow morning or later in the afternoon. He's in our time zone actually. He's in Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully I can connect up with him and see if he wants to help out.
Okay, good.
I think maybe also at one point, maybe when we get to MVP, maybe before, we might want to think about having an overview of the project during one of Sam's bigger meetings where a bunch of people attend and just kind of walk them through what we've done and the intent of the system itself, and maybe a little idea of how somebody could get involved immediately, either a neophyte or even an experienced programmer, either one. It would take some effort to put that together, of course. We don't want to necessarily stop now, but
yeah.
But over the next few weeks, we should think about doing that.
The thing is, in theory, we are going to have to do that for chat. So the presentation, some more information. So we will have to do that. So we can just talk to Sam and see if. I'm not sure if he's still doing the Friday meetings, the big ones, the Agile Ventures, but we can talk about that. I can talk to. I'm not sure. Yeah, I can talk to him about that.
Well, the new members come in and they say that they want to help out with projects. I'm gonna ping them each time and say, hey, I'm with MedPlus. If you want to learn about that, let me know. We get together and talk about it.
I've seen some not lately, but it's like 3 weeks ago or something. I tried talk to some of them that when they presented said they wanted to do some things and everything, but I never had an answer back, and I'm not sure if they are in any other project. I don't think so. At least one that that I can see them talking or something. So I don't know.
Well, one of the things I think about MedPlus is that if they go to the website and they start reading about it, it looks complicated. There's a bunch of documents describing system behavior, and it's a little daunting. Maybe put people off. Whereas talk to them directly, show them a little bit of the system, and then based upon their experience level and how they want to contribute, pointing out a specific story they can start on that day that doesn't require deep domain knowledge of what an agency is and how it operates.
I think we can do this more or less easily, like an overview of the project. We can do it like we can do a pair programming session and talk a little bit about that. Like I have some explanation. I did something like that for the resume cruncher with Salim. Salim wanted to add some questions, and then I used that session and I posted the session into the Java Ventures website as well. So it's there if anyone have any doubts or the structure or anything. So I think that might be helpful if we can show a little bit of the demo, explain more or less how this works in terms of very high level, so people can start getting into the project.
Yeah, things like that I think would be helpful. I do think one-to-one or a live discussion would be very helpful, because then we can kind of dispel. You don't need to spend a lot of time learning all the system behavior and getting that all down before you can start contributing. And I even thought about maybe we even create a bunch of stories that we put into a queue called new member queue or something that are specifically designed for somebody to get started right away without deep knowledge of even of Rails. People could be learning as they go along. But anyway.
The major issue I see currently with our tasks is that we write those tasks to us, and if you don't understand the system, it's quite hard to understand what you need to do. It's something small, it's something big. So that's one of the problems that I thought about that already, and when I talked with some guy like 2 or 3 months ago that he wanted to help, but then didn't follow up on anything and everything. So I tried to talk to them, and then I looked into the tasks and said, this for someone to start, it's not pretty easy, and it requires a little bit of knowledge of the platform to understand what they need to do and where. But I don't know. I need to think about that.
I think that means that we probably would want to start somebody off with a pair programming session or two before they start trying to do things on their own, and acclimate them to the system architecture. I mean, we have 3 stories right now ready to go, having to do with adding JavaScript-driven pagination. One could point out, this is the list, this is the page where the list occurs. Pagination is being done through normal channels. We're going to ship it to paginate. We have a wiki page describing how to do it, which I had just completed, or is near completing, one conversion already. I've done 1 or 2. So there's not a huge amount of learning curve to get up that, because in the cookbook there's a method, a procedure defined for it. And it exposes you to Ruby on Rails, it exposes you to JavaScript stuff. You know, it's all the good stuff. I think it'd be attractive to somebody who wants to start learning, you know, for real systems.
I think so.
Well, let's see how it goes. Maybe in 2 or 3 weeks we should think about putting together a session, if Sam's still having those Friday general meetings. You know, maybe, because he had asked us at one point, the guy, I think you remember, you and I had attended one of those meetings.
Yeah.
And he had asked me, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I attended my first meeting. Yeah, he asked me some updates about the project.
Yes, can you guys put together, an overview of the project?
Yeah.
And I think we said yes, but I don't think we ever got around to it.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so I'll try to talk to him tomorrow to see if he's still doing the meetings, and if so, because I believe from some time ago, I remember that he was
That-
saying that he didn't had much people, that people were not joining him, so he just removed the meeting and then just said, "Oh, let's do it like a text scrum and everything." So I don't know. Today I updated more or less the project status on the text scrum.
mhm.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, right now, just another topic, I'm focusing over the next few days on UI changes, making them more consistent, as well as making them appropriate to different views of the people coming in to see them, different roles, I mean. So the reason I'm saying is that I'm going to be putting in PRs that won't have a lot of testing added, because I'm just mostly adjusting views. And I'm also expecting to see a bunch of code climate complaints because well, you know how it is. I solved 2 issues on one of the PRs, and I had one complaint about a JavaScript object not being declared, which I've seen before. So solved 2, and I have one complaint, and I failed that code climate test, even though I got 2 out of 3. So the reason I'm saying that is we decided we were going to discuss these code climate problems, but some of them I think we should just
I saw some,
move on.
and I think I merged 3 PRs today. I'm not
Yep.
sure, 2, 3 PRs, and I believe all of them had issues with JavaScript, but I saw the issues that I said, and I just ignored them because
Today's update, I pull it into my development environment. I did that today also.
okay.
Well, yeah, so that's good. So you just use your judgment, I guess. You don't have to stop and discuss every code climate complaint.
Currently, I'm just using my judgment to see if there's something that raises questions like abnormal complexity added to a function or something like that, or something that I don't think that's really good. I will just comment that out and we can talk about it or something like that. But yeah. We need to raise the code climate score, because the code climate score was like at 3.6 or something, and now it's at 2. Something. So
We're still at 89% code coverage, right? I don't know how that score changes. Complexity and test code coverage, I guess.
Code coverage, it's code coverage. So apparently we have like 20% of the lines that are not touched in any test. So I don't know. I believe that it has a report telling what are the lines that are not covered. Oh yeah, we are at 90% test coverage.
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't think that's changed since we started this. We were at 3 point something, now we're at 2 point something, but the code coverage is the same.
Yeah, but one thing it's not related to the other. Test coverage is the lines that are run during the tests, and the points on the code climate. It's things like complexity of the code, the branching, and things like that, like code smells and things like that. So it's 2 completely different things.
Yeah, I get that. I don't think those things have radically changed since we started with code climate, yet our overall score has dripped down.
Yeah, but you're talking about what? Test coverage or code climate?
The code climate overall score of 2 point something.
Okay, yeah, that's decreasing like release by release with time. Things are getting worse. with time, because we are adding things that have too much complexity, that are not correctly, that need to be refactored in order to pass the code climate. We have functions that do too much. We have functions that are exactly the same but change one variable inside. And those things, every time that we create a function like that, the code climate drops. So that's the problem.
Again, I don't think we changed much of that since we started code climate. My suspicion is code climate.
The thing is, code climate is running on here since the beginning of the project. So that's it. I'm not sure from the past, but let me. I think I don't know. This has some sort of summary. So since the 13th till the 19th, we decreased and we increased some things. They have like a feed that we can look into and see what we have there. So
well, let's get more toward MVP and then maybe take a look at what we can do to improve our.
Yeah, I don't think we have much. Okay, like for example, on the 18th of April. No, on the week 18th to 24th, we decreased our test coverage, and we got worse on the application controller, for example. And on the week after, we decreased again on code coverage, and we added a new class at screen that was job policy. And the week after, we improved some things. We got worse on some things, and so on. So we can just take a look at code climate, and they have like a feed.
Are you looking at the trends page?
If you press the link that I just added, trends, I think so. I think that's the one. Or not? No. I was looking to the other one. I was looking to the main page. Basically, the main page shows you what happened in the previous weeks, changed, and what got worse, what got better, and so on.
So this is the whole dashboard. Yep. Interesting. Event gets an F.
Yeah. There's a bunch of things there that are correct. Like one of the worst. Like the problem is complexity. It's very complex. It has functions that are very complex and have similar code, and basically that's it. So functions like event, JS, assign, case manager, it's exactly the same, or it's very similar to event job seeker, assign job developer, and things like that.
Yeah.
And we have a very complex function that is notify list for job seeker apply event.
I know, and I've looked at that. I looked at that a couple of days ago because it's indicating it's complex. I don't see a really easy way to simplify it. It's straightforward logic. But anyway, it'd be good if somebody could look at that and maybe the way to make it simplify. Sometimes
the problem here is that we have three ifs. One of the ifs have and we are building a list from IDs and mails. I don't know. And then we have another. The return is also another if there. So that's the complexity problem there. The complexity score is based on assignment, branches, and conditionals. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 ifs. We have one if with 4 branches, and the rest only has 2 branches. And this sign is also complex, this push. So a bunch of things, and we assign also things to the return. I don't know. There's no really easy way to do this.
There really isn't a very. I've thought about is there an easy way I can handle this? It reads simpler. It's. I don't see an obvious way to do it, to be honest. Yeah, I could put a statement before the return that defines the return value before I call the return statement, but it's easier just to stick it in there. The return statement itself.
The thing is, eventually, what this should be, we should maybe have a function inside the model of the job seeker that will return.
Well, the problem is that the notification audience includes case manager, job developer, and company person associated with the job seeker.
Yeah, so, but what I'm saying is that eventually, like the job seeker model should have a function that, depending if it's a if it has case manager or job developer, it should return this list back.
Well, so I would say
that way you would save the two ifs here. And
I think it's one could argue, I would put it more in the job application model, not the job seeker model, but one could certainly argue that it's more of a model level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that at job, because if you do this at the job seeker level, you just save this. You just save these ifs, or you just shove them into another function, and in this way it's easier. So it lowers the complexity, and as well the same thing for the job. So.
Yeah. Well, I could certainly move it to the application model.
That's something that we really don't need to worry
about. No,
I
wouldn't do it now. So, we don't need to waste time and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. That was another thing that I was going to ask you. Do you think that currently, do we have enough things to do? No, right? Maybe we should look into our tracker. And another thing that I like to understand is maybe if we shouldn't maybe be developing the rest of the functionality instead of trying to tweak the functionality that we currently have.
How do you mean?
For example, that we really don't need to refactor the home pages now. That's something that we need to. It would be nice if we could do, but we have other functionalities on the website that need to be developed.
Yeah, I'm not refactoring so much as I'm putting in place the functionality that should be there. For instance, the company person homepage had no information. If you're a company person, what is the definition of your company? What's the description that goes into jobs? There's a lot of that stuff. Who's your company administrator? In case you have a question. None of that was visible to a regular company contact, so I had to put that in there. When I click on a company person, I just had one company person show view that did not differentiate by who was doing it. So if you go there and you're near a company contact, you see a button to delete the person, you see a button to edit the person, that kind of stuff. So it really needs to be cleaned up to make it viable.
I'm just asking because I'm lost. I'm not 100% sure what we still need to look into, what functionalities we are missing, and we need to grasp that in order to understand how long this will take in order for us to finish, or what is the amount of work that we still have left. Because by looking at the Excel that we currently have, the Excel shows a lot of things to do still. I'm not 100% sure if that is all correct or not, but if it is, we have a bunch of things that we need to tackle yet. And things like, that's what I was saying, like refactoring the agency person page, it's not really something that we really need to take care now, to look into now. So something that we need to think about. So, something to think about then.
Yeah, so again, when I have where the story says enhance the company personnel page, I'm actually making it functional for its intended use, not just fiddle with presentation niceties. You know what I mean? I don't have time for just to make it prettier. I want to make it work.
I was just reading the waffles that we currently have there.
Mm-hmm.
I was not talking about anything. I was talking about what we have in ready. Currently, what we have in ready, we really don't need it. We don't need it now.
The pagination stuff?
And
Not vital, but very nice to have.
Yes, but there's a difference between a nice to have and what we really need, because as I was saying, we have a bunch of functionality that need to be developed according with the Excel. So I'm not sure if we should be tackling that first, and then just pick up these nice to have things and just do them after.
So I've been working on the Excel. I've turned a lot of things green. If you're looking at it recently, as PRs have gotten in there. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm going through the user interface as if I were given a demo of a workflow with chat. This is how one would use it. And because we've never done that as a team, or I've never even done it personally, there's all kinds of gaps and problems. It's essentially non-workable in various places. So that's what I'm doing, tying the interface together in a way that works for the user. And I've been bouncing between that and the Excel spreadsheet and creating PRs that address those specific stories as well. But that isn't the entire story. The UI, we already have chunks of stuff that are not knitted together in a way that makes sense for a user. Now, the good side of the story is that's fairly quick to do, because we do have major chunks of functionality ready to be repositioned and enhanced, which is all good.
Okay. Okay, for me, I think that's all. I don't have anything else. If you guys want to add anything.
Well, maybe we can, are you going to be able to join the meeting tomorrow?
The meeting tomorrow? Stand up?
The Scrum, yeah.
Oh, tomorrow.
Okay. The Thursday?
Thursday, yeah.
Okay, maybe we can plan on voting on some of those stories. Because there's a lot of stuff in the tracker. I'm not going to be able to attend Friday nor Monday. I'm taking a long holiday, or long weekend. So Thursday would be good. We can get some voting done.
I'm okay with that.
Thursday?
What's that, John?
Thursday is the meeting.
No, what Patrick was saying is that tomorrow I will not be on the stand-up, but Patrick is gonna start the stand-up, and Thursday we will during the stand-up we'll wrap up the stand-up quickly, and we just try to vote on a couple of stories there.
Okay, I'm okay.
Okay.
Are you going to be able to? Your PR is almost ready to be put in there, isn't it, Vijay?
Yeah.
When you're working on it, so.
Yeah.
We need something else soon. You can pick from the ready column. We do have at least 3 stories.
Yeah, I'll do job seeker with JD, because the same functionality it will not take that much.
Yeah, it's the same pattern.
Yeah, same pattern. Then Thursday after the voting, I'll take a different one. Once I finish that one, I'll.
If you see any task on the sprint creation that you think that's an easy fix and that you can handle quickly, like something, or if it's explained there, everything, you don't need more information there, then just pick that up and just wrap it up and close it.
Yeah, just to cycle back on a comment that we don't need the JavaScript pagination. Those ready stories are all about that. That's true in the sense that the information is on the view, But I tell you, if you scroll down to a table, there's a third table on the screen, and you pagine to the next page, and you go to the top of the page every single time, that is a really horrible user experience.
I understand.
Yeah.
I know that's
Yeah.
why I created that with the
And,
Ajax and everything. But
I have to work one more pagination because I had to. I did this done, and I have to do one more thing. I think the next one is will not take more time because I did this one because it take a lot of time because I'm sick and missed on my time. I'll finish next one as soon as I get the ticket. I have all the structure and I can finish it.
Yeah, that'd be great. That's,
Yeah,
those
I
are
know.
really useful.
Yeah,
hello.
because this ticket has a lot of things I need to learn, and I have to ask Patrick because before I did not work, and a lot of functionality, the new things. Okay, I have to familiarize with the events also in this application. I did not work in the events or tasks before. After my India break, I am not coming back. It took a lot of time, and I am very busy every day.
No, there's no problem.
Yeah, because of holidays also is making more taking my more time with other people.
Vijay, when are you going back to India this summer? August?
No, I'm not going this summer. August I have event. That time I'm not available for 2 weeks at least.
Oh, okay.
August 28th, my kids event.
Hello.
August which day?
20th Saturday.
I see.
Yeah, every weekend I'm working with another kids event.
So you'll have 2 weeks in August that you won't be available?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I had to go to practice, take them, and every day they have to practice and come back, and we have to edit the music and everything. That's a lot of process, like a movie thing.
Yeah, no problem. Well, we'll just
Yeah,
Yeah.
plan around it.
Let's see.
yeah.
Okay,
After,
guys. I need to leave. I'll leave you guys here, and I'll see you Thursday. Okay.
okay.
All right.
So-
Sounds good.
See you. Bye.